I hope you guys are having a great day. I wanted to go over the market update, and always like to go over a news article that I seen, and this one was very interesting. It was from Vox.com. I've never really looked at this particular site, but it's got a really good article here. Will the coronavirus drive down housing prices? This particular broker says no, but I want to go through the questions and show you kind of what the Cleveland market looks like. So, how has my job changed since the coronavirus outbreak? It really hasn't. They never. We didn't have any stay-home orders as realtors. We were deemed essential, so we basically did basically did the same stuff we always do. We just had to be cognizant of the client if somebody lived in the house to wear a mask and have the social distancing and all that. But most of my stuff's vacant that I look at, and I deal with a lot of out of the country, out of state type people. So it didn't change at all. We just kept doing what we were doing. The construction, nothing slowed down here in Cleveland. So it didn't really change except for the stores were closed, and that wasn't good. But that was all. And then the home showings during the pandemic, I haven't had a problem with that again. And we've had open houses, just do social distancing. I just did one last 2 weeks ago. This week, a week ago, it was the last weekend in June. And there were 30, 35 people. We just made them stay in separate rooms. As they walked in, they social distance. They want to wear a mask, wear it. If you don't, don't. So it was a vacant home, it was a rental, and we rented that one, full tilt on that one. It was very quickly in 2 days. And how's the coronavirus affected your business? It affected it at first. A lot of the investors that I deal with was kind of backed off a little bit. But, now that everything's opening up, the stock market's good, unemployment's going down, everybody's buying. So I would say if it affected in any way, it affected it in a positive way as far as buying. But there isn't any inventory out there. So there's a lot of inventory issues. And as I mentioned in my last blog, they didn't build medium-sized homes for 10 years. So, we're going to have some problems for probably another 3 to 5 years on those. But that's how it affected my business. There's not enough inventory. I have a lot of buyers now, but I need to get more houses. What does a typical work day look like you during the home stay? So again, it's the same thing as I mentioned before. We didn't have to stay home. We were deemed essential, so we could keep doing what we were doing. How do you envision the real estate market will change over the course of the next few months? Well, I've been doing it for years with my YouTube, before and after pictures and videos that I update my clients with. So I've been virtual for a very long time, but that's where it's all going. It's all going to be virtual. I do a virtual tour of homes now, different than I used to. That way it goes on the MLS, and then it also goes on the website that I create for each home that I list. So but that's the main thing I see. But people are buying them, and then they look at that, and then they want to see the house. Then we make an appointment to do that. But that's about it. It's going to be a lot of virtual stuff. A lot of Zoom is going to be popular. I mean, I'm on Zoom all the time. So I just think there's going to be different stuff coming up, and there's going to be opportunities in that, and we have to watch for those opportunities over the next during this thing, because there's always opportunities in this, and we're having a record year, so I don't see much except for there's going to be a lot of virtual stuff out there. They're saying houses sales were down last month. They were up here, so prices are going up here a lot. In fact, I took some clients out last night retail, and they couldn't believe how much houses were. And I told them, I said, hey, that's what's going on. Everything's going up, so it's going to be good. A lot of the frustrations for clients, fears and frustrations, is they can't get enough real estate. We can't find enough real estate, so that's a good frustration. So that's what they need me for. So it's good. I'm not going to be changing my business any. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to be safe. But we're going to be doing a lot of before after pictures and videos like we always have. Do a lot of virtual stuff. And if somebody wants to see a house, I can do it there at the house. We have all the technology for that, so we're gonna keep doing that a lot more than we used to, especially on the listings. Again, the whole real estate will change as far as moving forward to a more online type experience. There'll be new stuff coming out which will pick up and stuff of that nature, but marketing will be different. It'll be a lot better with that, and the key is just having a good agent that knows what they're doing in this particular thing. So But that's it, and keeping it safe. If someone's not comfortable, if you're selling a house, someone isn't comfortable, if you don't have stuff, washed down or whatever, then you need to make that comfortable. But other than that, I don't see anything different. Just being safe. And then a lot of people are also worried about the the riots and stuff like that. But that's toning down quite a bit. So looking forward, I think it's going to be a big change, and real estate's going to be well. I think it's going to be a different world. It's going to be a more of a stay home world or virtual world, and I think that's a good thing. So what I wanted to look at before I leave is I wanted to make sure that you looked at this week's report, the last 7 days. I do it every Thursday. We had 3,029 deals either get sold or off the market. And we only had 1,051 listings. We're staying at that 3-to-1 ratio, and that's the problem. That's why we can't get a lot of houses. We are getting them, but it's still a lot of houses that we are looking at that we're not getting. So just understand that and know that we can do that. So that's a good sign. But the other thing you want to look at too, and I wanted to show you, is stats. Listing price to sell price trend. So in June, it's 100% of the list price. They're getting almost full price for every house. They're getting a full price for every house, according to this, that's being sold in Cuyahoga County. So that says something there. That says that everything, you can see it's just up. If you look at the previous years, there's 98, 97. There's no 100% in here anywhere. So that's how little inventory there is. So there's a lot of buyer. It's a seller's market. So again, we have the flat fee listing if you want it. We have that for a $1,500 flat fee. But again, that's the market. The market's solid. It's good. We're going virtual. Everything's good. So we're going to work around this pandemic until it's over. But we're going to keep most of that stuff in our wheelhouse when we go back to normal. So this is Brett. I'm an EXP real estate agent, Icon. And my number is 216-703-5740, 216-703-5740. And if you need real estate, call me, and I can get it done. If you want to sell your real estate, lease your real estate, I can get it all taken care of. Thanks. And by the way, we still have a property management too. My wife has that. It's called Avalon Realty Group. It's a great, successful property management if you need that. Talk to you soon, but that's your market update for today. Thanks.